They engineered eternal summer. 6 months in Europe. 6 months in Central America. Never experiencing winter again. Living on $1,650 a month. They shipped their van across the Atlantic Ocean. Twice a year. For 3 years. But Tyler's brother got cancer in April, and he died in July, while they were chasing endless sunshine on 2 continents. Some things you can't outrun, not even at 70 degrees year-round. If you're drawn to stories about people who redesign life entirely and what it actually costs, subscribe now. This one goes places most van life channels won't. Tyler and Maya Bennett, Portland, Oregon. Tyler, 36, software developer, $108,000 a year remote. Maya, 34, product design lead, $60,000 a year remote. Combined, $168,000 annually. They weren't broke. They were miserable. Portland averages 164 rainy days per year. October through June, basically constant drizzle. That's 9 months. Their 1-bedroom apartment, $2,400 a month. 2 car payments, $720. Insurance, parking, everything, $6,800 a month total expenses. They saved $2,800 a month. Impressive. But for what? To stay in Portland where the sun disappears for 9 months? Tyler had developed seasonal affective disorder. Diagnosed, treated, medicated. Still miserable. Maya just endured. They started calling October through June the gray months, like prisoners marking time until summer. July and August, beautiful. But 2 months of good weather doesn't erase 9 months of gray. February, peak rain season. Tyler asked Maya, what if we just never experience winter again? Move somewhere warm? Maya said, no, move somewhere warm when it's cold here. Then move somewhere else warm when that place gets bad. Chase summer. Forever. The concept. April through September, Europe. Warm, long days, midnight sun in the north, cultural richness. October through March, Central America. Cheap tropical, beaches warm. Live in a van. Work remotely. Never see rain again. Never feel cold again. Eternal summer. Maya pulled up spreadsheets. Europe van life. $2,000 to $2,500 a month based on research. Central America. $1,200 to $1,500 a month. Average, $1,650 to $2,000 a month. We're spending $6,800 now. That's $4,800 to $5,150 a month saved. $57,600 to $61,800 a year. Tyler, in 3 years we'd save $173,000 to $185,000. We'd be financially independent. And never cold again. They stared at the numbers, at the rain outside, at the calendar showing 6 more months of gray. Let's do it, Maya said, not because it was smart, because staying felt like dying slowly. Most people who leave don't ship a van across the Atlantic twice a year. Tyler and Maya weren't most people. The logistics, buy van in Europe. Cheaper, better for European roads. Ship Portland to Hamburg. Van goes, they fly. Live in Europe April through September. Ship Hamburg to Veracruz, Mexico. Van goes, they fly. Live in Central America October through March. Repeat. Forever. Shipping cost, $2,800 each direction. Twice a year. $5,600 annually. Just to move their house across an ocean. That's insane, Maya's dad said when they told him. Staying in Portland is insane, Tyler said. They sold everything. 2 cars. $42,000 combined. Furniture, possessions, everything. $8,000. Savings already banked. $95,000. Total liquid. $145,000. April, they flew to Hamburg. Bought a 2019 Volkswagen Crafter 4x4. $58,000. German engineering. Off-road capable. Reliable. Perfect for both European highways and Central American dirt roads. They spent 3 weeks converting it themselves. Bed platform. Kitchen. Solar panels. Water system. Storage optimized for constant movement. Cost, $15,000 in materials. Total invested, $58,000 for the van, plus $15,000 for conversion, plus $3,200 for initial shipping, plus $4,000 for visas and prep, equals $80,200 invested. Remaining cushion, $64,800. Not huge, but they were committed. May 1st, they drove out of Hamburg into eternal summer, into 3 years that would teach them you can't engineer happiness. You can only engineer circumstances. And sometimes circumstances don't matter. Year 1, Europe leg, April through September. The fantasy. Waking up in Norwegian fjords, Swedish forests, French vineyards, Spanish beaches, working a few hours, exploring the rest. $16.50 a month. The reality. Parking. $15 to $30 per night at campsites. Wild camping, often illegal, always risky. Groceries, Norway, $12 for basic sandwich ingredients. Sweden, $8 per gallon of milk. Switzerland, gave up too expensive, skipped entirely. Fuel, €1.80 per liter equals $7.50 per gallon. They drove 8,000 miles through Europe. Fuel alone, $3,200 over 6 months. Work challenges, Norway, perfect infrastructure, expensive as hell. Eastern Europe, cheap but Wi-Fi unstable. Client video calls dropping. Working from cafes. $5 to $8 a day just for coffee to justify workspace. Monthly average Europe leg, parking and camping, $5.20. Food, $6.80. Fuel, $5.30. Cafes and co-working, $180. Tolls, $120. Miscellaneous, $370. Total, $2,400 a month. Target was $2,000 max. They were 20% over budget. But it was beautiful. Midnight sun in Norway. Northern lights in September. Medieval towns. Culture everywhere. They weren't cold. They weren't in Portland rain. That part worked. Pause 2 seconds. September 28th. They drove to Hamburg. Said goodbye to their van. Watched it loaded onto a cargo ship. They flew Hamburg to Portugal to Mexico City, to ground transportation to Veracruz. Van would arrive in 18 days. They spent 3 weeks in a budget hotel in Veracruz, waiting for their house to cross an ocean. Hotel, $35 a night equals $735 total. Meals eating out constantly for $65. Wasted time, priceless. This is the part the Instagram posts don't show, Maya said. October 19th. Van cleared customs. Paperwork nightmare. $380 in fees. But they had it back. Year 1. Central America leg, October through March. October through November, Mexico. Oaxaca, San Cristobal. Palenque, Yucatan coast. December through January, Guatemala. Lake Atitlan. Antigua. Rio Dulce. February, El Salvador and Nicaragua. March, Costa Rica. Central America reality. Roads, brutal. Potholes, dirt, switchbacks. Their suspension failed twice. $2,400 total repairs. Safety, sketchy at times. Told not to wild camp in certain areas. Paid security in others. Health, both got dengue fever in Guatemala. High fever, body aches, 8 days each. Local clinic, $280 total. Terrifying experience. But also, cost, $1,100 a month average. Weather, perfect. 75 to 85 degrees constantly. Beaches, empty, pristine. Food, $3 meals that were incredible. People, warm, helpful once you learn some Spanish. March 25th. Drove and back to Veracruz. Shipped back to Hamburg, $2,800. Flew separately, $840. Year 1 totals. Europe 6 months, $14,400. That's $2,400 per month. Shipping plus transitions, $4,840. Central America 6 months, $6,600. That's $1,100 per month. Emergency repairs and medical, $3,800. Year 1 total, $29,640. Monthly average, $2,470. Target, $1,650 a month. Actual, $2,470 a month. Over by $820 a month equals $9,840 a year. They'd overspent, but they'd also never been cold, never seen rain for 9 months straight, lived in 12 countries, worked remotely successfully, saved $168,000 in income minus $29,640 in expenses equals $138,360 saved in year 1. Not bad, but not sustainable at $2,470 a month forever. Year 2, they'd optimize. They learned. New strategy. Skip expensive. Norway, Sweden, Switzerland. Focus on Eastern Europe. Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, Albania, Croatia. Same beauty. Half the cost. Wild camp more. Learn which spots were safe and legal. Cook 90% of meals versus 50% year 1. Work from van more. Upgraded to Starlink Internet. $110 a month, but worth it. Results. Monthly average. $1,950 versus $2,400 year 1. Still over $1,650 target, but 19% improvement. Livable. And honestly, Romania was stunning. Bulgaria, $8 a night camping, incredible food. Greek islands in September. Empty, perfect. They were finding their rhythm. April 18th, year 2. They were in Croatia. Plitvice Lakes National Park. Tyler's phone rang. His mom. 7 a.m. Portland time. Unusual. Your brother went to ER last night. They found stage 4 pancreatic cancer. It's bad. They're saying months, not years. Tyler's brother, Jake. Age 39. Married. 2 kids, ages 6 and 4. Living in Portland. Dying. Decision tree. Option 1. Continue Europe season. Video call Jake. Come back for funeral. Morbid but practical. Option 2. Fly back immediately. Leave van with friend in Croatia. Lose 2 months a season. Option 3. Ship van back early. Insanely expensive, logistically complex. Tyler, I have to go back. Maya, of course. I'll find flights. They prepaid parking for next 2 months. $840 lost. Had planned Slovenia, Italy route. Abandoned. Found expat friend in Split who agreed to watch van. Paid him $400 to keep it safe. Booked next available flights. $2,100 both. Last minute equals expensive. Croatia to Frankfurt to Seattle to Portland. 22 hours travel time. Year 2. Portland interlude, May through July. Jake's prognosis for the 6 months. Maybe less. Tyler and Maya rented Airbnb in Portland. $2,200 a month. Stayed 11 weeks. Tyler at hospital daily, watching his brother die slowly. Jake spent every good day with his kids, teaching his 6-year-old to ride bike, reading to his 4-year-old, making videos for them to watch when he's gone. Tyler helped. July 23rd, Jake died, surrounded by family, including Tyler, who was there because of van life flexibility, but also constantly traveling was why they'd only seen Jake twice in 18 months before diagnosis. Guilt, gratitude he was there at the end, grief, confusion about whether this life was worth it, all at once. August 5th, funeral over. Jake's kids set up with trust fund. Maya and Tyler flew back to Croatia. Retrieve van. Finished Europe season mechanically, but Tyler was broken. September problem. They were in Croatia, not Hamburg. Shipping Croatia to Mexico. $3,800 versus $2,800 Hamburg to Mexico. Lost efficiency. But nothing mattered anymore. Year 2. Central America leg, October through March. Tyler worked. Tyler drove. Tyler existed, but he wasn't present. Maya watched her husband grieve 4,000 miles from his family. Started researching therapists who do telehealth. Found one. $220 a month. Tyler started sessions in November. Therapist. Do you regret the van life? Tyler. I regret not being in Portland more before he got sick. Therapist. Would you have known to be there more? Tyler. No. Therapist. Guilt isn't rational, but we can work through it. Slowly, very slowly, Tyler started healing, but the van life magic was gone. Now it was just their life, not an adventure, just existence in a van. Year 2 totals. Year of 4 months, 7,800. Cut short. Portland 3 months, 8,600. Expensive, unexpected. Europe 2 months, 3,900. Post-funeral. Shipping, 3,800. Inefficient route. Central America 6 months, 8,100. Extra flights, 2,100. Jake support and miscellaneous, 1,200. Therapy, 1,320. Year 2 total, $36,820. Monthly average, 3,068. Worst financial year. But Tyler was there when Jake died, and that was priceless. Year 3, the question. They started the 3rd Europe season. April, back in Hamburg, picking up van from shipping. But something had shifted. The eternal summer wasn't eternal joy. It was eternal movement. Maya's journal, May year 3. We've lived in 27 countries. Met hundreds of people. Can't name a single friend. Everyone we meet, we're saying goodbye to within weeks. Every place we love, we're leaving. We're chasing summer. But we're running from something else. Stability. Roots. Belonging. Tyler's therapy, June year 3. My brother died while I was living my dream life. And now my dream life feels hollow. Like, what's the point? We're saving money. Sure. But for what? To keep moving forever? July conversation in French Alps. Maya, do you want to stop? Tyler, I don't know. Do you? Maya, I don't know either, but I know I'm tired. Tyler, a van life? Maya, a goodbye. Every place is goodbye. Every person is goodbye. I'm tired of temporary. They negotiated compromise. Europe, April through August. 5 months, not 6. U.S., September through October. 2 months with family. Central America, November through March. 5 months. 2 months in U.S. means seeing Tyler's mom regularly, being present for niece and nephew, Jake's kids, reconnecting with friends, remembering what roots feel like. Those 2 months changed everything. They rented room from Tyler's mom. $600 a month. Cheap, familial. Tyler coached his nephew's soccer team. Maya reconnected with old design friends. They had routines. Familiar coffee shop. Sunday dinners. Stability. Leaving in November hurt. Not like year 1 excitement. Like tearing away from something good. Tyler's nephew. Why do you have to go? Tyler. Uncle Tyler has to work. Nephew. But you work on computer. You could work here. Year 3 Central America leg. They moved slower. Stayed 2 months per place versus 3 weeks. Guatemala, November through December. Nicaragua, January through February. Mexico, March. Built actual friendships. Longer stays equals deeper connection. Found community. Felt less like tourists, more like residents. But Maya's anxiety worsened. Panic attacks started in January. First one in van in Nicaragua. Couldn't breathe. Thought she was dying. Our visit, panic attack, not heart attack. 180. No insurance. Paid cash. Therapist diagnosed. Anxiety disorder exacerbated by rootlessness. Human brains need stable environment, consistent relationships, predictable routines. Maya had none of those things for 3 years. Started medication, $45 a month. Increased therapy, $220 a month to $440 a month. Twice weekly. Built strict routines even while moving. Wake same time daily. Work exact hours. Video call family 3 times a week. Exercise routine. Helped, but didn't fix. Year 3 totals. Europe 5 months, $97.50. U.S. 2 months, $4,800. Cheaper, staying with family. Central America 5 months, 6750. Shipping, 5600. Normal. Therapy for both, 4840. Medication, 540. Extra medical, 900. Year 3 total, 33,180. Monthly average, 2765. 3-year summary. Year 1, 29,640 spent, 138,360 saved. Year 2, 36,820 spent, 131,180 saved. Year 3, 33,180 spent, 134,820 saved. Total saved, 404,360. Total spent, 99,640. Initial cushion, 64,800. Portfolio, 469,160. Tyler, 39 years old. Maya, 37 years old. Financially independent. Emotionally complicated. Living eternal summer. Missing roots constantly. They engineered circumstances. Perfect weather. Low costs. Geographic freedom. What they couldn't engineer. Belonging. Community. Home. The feeling of staying. They're starting year 4 now. Still doing Europe, U.S., Central America rotation. Still chasing summer. But they learned something. You can engineer perfect weather. You can engineer low costs. You can engineer geographic freedom. You cannot engineer deep friendships that take years to build. The feeling of being known in a place. Community that rallies when you're struggling. Roots that anchor you when life storms hit. Tyler's there for his nephew's soccer games now. 2 months a year. Not enough, but more than zero. Maya sees her family. 2 months a year. Better than video calls. Still not home. The van life gave them $469,000 in savings in 3 years. Visits to 31 countries. Never experiencing Portland rain again. The van life cost them every friendship deeper than surface level. The ability to be present for life's important moments, except when tragedy forced them to be. A sense of home. They both see therapists now. Tyler, processing grief, guilt, life meaning. Maya, managing anxiety, rootlessness, identity. $660 a month combined. Not in the original budget, but necessary. The target was $1,650 a month. The reality is $2,200 to $2,800 a month, depending on year. The shipping alone, $5,600 a year, is $467 a month baseline. They were optimistic, but they're making it work. Year 4 question isn't, is this worth it financially? Yes, obviously. For $69,000 saved in 3 years. Year 4 question is this sustainable emotionally? And the answer is, not forever. They're talking about buying land, having a base, doing 4 months van life, 8 months base, or 6-6 split, something that includes movement, which they love, and roots, which they need. They chase eternal summer. They found it, 70 to 85 degrees year-round for 4 years. Never cold, never stuck in rain, never trapped in Portland gray. But they also found eternal summer is still temporary if you're always leaving. Perfect whether it doesn't fill the void of belonging. And freedom without roots is just expensive loneliness. Tyler and Maya don't regret the leap, but they understand it differently now. The leap got them out of Portland, gave them financial independence, showed them the world. But it also taught them what you're running from matters less than what you're running to. And if you're running to eternal summer without running to something else, community, roots, home, eventually, even paradise feels like prison, just a warmer one. Tyler and Maya saved $469,000 in 3 years, chasing summer across 2 continents. They live at 75 degrees year-round. They've never been cold since they left. But Tyler's brother died in July while they were living their dream, and Maya developed anxiety from never staying anywhere long enough to belong. Both of those things are true. Both of those things matter. If honest explorations of bold leaps resonate with you, the parts that work and the parts that cost, subscribe. Because eternal summer is real. But so is the price of never staying.